Welcome to Pause on Purpose. Got a question for you today. Hey, have you ever relied on your GPS and they send you on a left-hand turn that takes you to a dead end? I know I have. For some reason, that satellite mapping system just went haywire. Something happened. They miscommunicated one to another, and they ended up misdirecting me. It's getting better. It doesn't happen as so much. But when the mapping first came out, that happened quite frequently. And no, it wasn't human error. Trust me, I went back and reviewed it, and I said, no, it just took me to the wrong place. Again, they've improved it over the years, but that used to happen. But you know what? There's a lot of people today who are trying to find a GPS system to make good decisions. If you look at any business journal, if you look on any internet site about making good business decisions, everyone's got a model. Everyone has a GPS system, if you will. But beloved, I've got a GPS system for all of us today that'll help us find the right way. Now, mind you, this is not a cover or an overlap for doing good student preparation and understanding, like mathematics, and you're taking a test and you go, well, I'm just going to trust God. No, no, students, you can't do that. You can't use that, right? If we know that there's a place we can get good knowledge on a subject, then of course we should school up on that. But I'm talking about just normal everyday decisions in life. I'm talking about those forks in the road that you and I face each and every day. How do we choose the right fork? Today's Pause on Purpose gives us the answer. Solomon is starting a young family. And like his father David, who instilled into Solomon great wisdom, the wisdom of God, Solomon is now pouring out that wisdom through ink and pen on the parchment to his sons. And I'm in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 today. And again, we're comparing and contrasting human wisdom and godly wisdom. Notice how Solomon contrasts it. He writes Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Bob, did you hear that? Well, let me continue. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. See, there's our GPS system. When we're trying to choose the right fork in the road, it's not a good idea to trust our gut. It's not a good idea to trust what we have done before. What we've done before may have worked then, but things change. And what those circumstances were then are not what they are now. And the people involved have changed. So that may not be the right decision. So how do we choose the right fork in the road? Again, I don't know what decision you're facing today. It may be a financial decision. It may be a medical treatment decision. It may be a relational. Maybe you've got to make a choice to cut somebody off or keep them involved in your life or invite them into your life. Maybe there's someone that you really need as a resource, and someone's been asking you to go find this person and talk to them, and you keep putting it off. Whatever it is, you're facing a fork in the road. Solomon gives us the wisdom. Don't rely on your own understanding, right? But trust in the Lord with all your heart, with all of who your being is. Rely completely on him. And the moment you think you've got it figured out, put that thought away. And then he says, seek his will. So don't rely on your own understanding, but seek God's will. Depend on the Lord. And then notice the promise, and he will show you which path to take. See, when we show complete humility before God, which is the hardest thing for us humans to do. Why? Because we're so doggone prideful. We really think we've got it figured out, especially if we're over the age of what, 5, right? Or even my granddaughter, when she was like 3 years old, she always had this phrase, I show you. I show you, and she would pull your hand and do things. And she tried to do the right thing. And sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. Sometimes we treat God that way. We want to take him by the hand and say, I show you, I got it figured out. And God says, no, son, no, Paul, trust me. Seek what you know I want for your life. That's his will. Don't depend on your own understanding. And I'll show you that God will emerge the right path. He will do it. Sometimes he eliminates all other paths. Sometimes he just makes it unmistakable and you go, wow, I didn't see this path before. And here it is. And you know what? God's word aligns with it, which is the most important thing. And my godly counselors look at it and they go, yeah, that looks like the right decision. And you have the peace of God in your heart. It's probably the right decision. The GPS is working. So here's the idea. Here's the big idea. When facing a fork in the road, always trust God's GPS. If you're facing a fork in the road, pause and connect with God's GPS today. Connect with his word. Pause and connect with his word today. Trust me, beloved, you will not be disappointed. And then you go with God because he goes with you. God bless you.